toxic family tradition did you break that cost you everything? Every Sunday at exactly 6 p.m., my family held Honesty Hour, where we confessed our worst thoughts about each other. Dad called it family bonding, but it was really psychological warfare disguised as therapy. We'd sit in our living room circle, me, my parents, and my 3 younger siblings. Dad would start with his leather notebook, reading from his list of observations from the week. Sarah, tell Mom what you really think about her new haircut. Mom, explain why you're disappointed in Dad's promotion. Jake, describe how Emma's crying last night made you feel. The rule was brutal honesty, or you faced a week of complete silent treatment from everyone. No good morning, no dinner conversation, nothing. I watched my siblings systematically destroy each other's confidence week after week, always choosing temporary cruelty over prolonged isolation. When I was 12, my brother Jake told me he wished I'd never been born because I got better grades. When I was 14, Mom confessed she sometimes fantasized about leaving us all behind. Dad would nod approvingly at every devastating revelation, scribbling notes like some twisted family therapist. At 15, I started secretly recording these sessions on my phone, hidden in my hoodie pocket. Something felt deeply wrong, but I couldn't articulate why. Everyone else seemed to accept this as normal family life. The breaking point came when my 8-year-old sister Emma was forced to participate for the first time. Dad made her sit in the circle and confess why she thought kids at school didn't like her. Through tears, she admitted she wished she was prettier because some boys called her ugly and fat. Emma sobbed for 3 hours afterward, hiding under her bed. That night, I googled family therapy gone wrong and fell down a rabbit hole about psychological abuse. Every article described our Sunday sessions perfectly. Weaponized vulnerability, forced emotional exposure, systematic erosion of self-worth. I realized my dad wasn't conducting family therapy. He was running a weekly demolition of our psyches. The next week, I refused to participate. Dad gave me the silent treatment for 10 days. Even Emma stopped talking to me, terrified of being associated with my rebellion. But I used that time to research more, to understand what was happening to us. I discovered that forced family confessions were actually a recognized form of emotional abuse. I started documenting everything. Dad's notebook entries I could glimpse, the questions he asked, the way he manipulated us into hurting each other. 2 months later, I sent 12 recorded sessions to my school counselor along with a detailed letter explaining our family's Sunday tradition. She listened to exactly 4 minutes before calling Child Protective Services. The investigation moved fast. Within a week, Emma and I were staying with our grandmother while social workers interviewed everyone. My older siblings, now in college, finally admitted how much those sessions had damaged them. Jake revealed he'd been in therapy for anxiety since freshman year. The court case lasted 6 months. My parents hired expensive lawyers and painted me as a troubled teenager seeking attention. They claimed I'd edited the recordings and manipulated my siblings, but you can't bake 12 hours of documented emotional abuse spanning 3 years. The judge ruled in our favor, but the cost was devastating. My parents immediately cut off my college fund and wrote me out of their will. Half our extended family believed their version, that I was an ungrateful daughter who destroyed the family with lies. Christmas invitations stopped coming. Cousins blocked me on social media. My aunt called me a vindictive little snake who ruined her brother's life. My grandmother had to choose between supporting me and maintaining relationships with her other children. She chose me, but it broke her heart. But Emma is thriving now. She just made honor roll for the first time ever and joined the drama club. She laughs at stupid videos and doesn't flinch when people raise their voices. Jake visits every weekend and says he's finally sleeping through the night. Last Sunday at 6 p.m., instead of sitting in that circle confessing our darkest thoughts, Emma and I baked chocolate chip cookies and watched Disney movies. We talked about her school play and my college applications. Normal, healthy conversation without anyone taking notes or demanding painful honesty. My parents still send cards on holidays with messages about forgiveness and family loyalty. I throw them away unopened. Some traditions deserve to die, even if it costs you everything.